of May 24 CA final auditing. Yesterday I discussed RTP of FR, today it's advanced auditing paper RTP. I tell you one more thing, this RTP discussion is in depth. So it's not a superficial just going around, oh, this question relates to this chapter. No, we are doing an in-depth discussion of this RTP. Once you attend this session, you don't have to do that RTPs again, except you go through the important questions whichever are there for your better understanding. Okay, now first of all, just tell me, am I audible, visible properly? Am I audible, visible properly? Okay, thank you. Let's start with our RTP, Advanced Auditing, May 24 examination, CA final. Coming to first of all, multiple choice questions. We know there are MCQs which are asked, case-based MCQ as well as normal MCQ, both are there. And then we have a full-fledged questions which are objective-oriented, that is subjective, the full-fledged answers needs to be written. Coming to first of all, your part A, multiple choice question. Okay. I have things over here highlighted. If at all you need this material, the highlighted one, the link for the same is given in our Telegram channel. So visit our Telegram channel, CA Niket Thacker discussion group or CA Niket Thacker. You'll be finding this material link which is available over there. Another thing, our full-fledged lectures for CA Final FR as well as auditing, they're available on yashashacademy.com. So anybody wanting to buy the lectures, www.yashashacademy.com is the website. Now, case study number 1, Mr. Ayush, a proprietor. Mr. Ayush, a proprietor of BCD and Company, chartered accountant. He is appointed as auditor of Amrita Industries Private Limited. Okay? And the year is 22-23. The financial statements are prepared in accordance with Dutch GAAP. Okay. So financial statements are not as per basically our Indian GAAP or Ind AS. It's basically as per Dutch GAAP. Okay. And it's based on terms and conditions specified in the contract between Amrita Industries and Dutch Industries BV. Okay, so we have some tie-up with some Dutch company and the financial statements have been prepared as per Dutch GAAP. Fine. The contract stipulates, okay, the contract stipulates the auditor to take into account misstatement of, I assume it's dollar. So misstatements of $5,000 or more, they are to be taken into account. Below that, if any misstatements are less than $5,000, no correction or adjustment required as per the contract. Okay, the contract is telling you that any misstatements which are there of $5,000 or more that you consider, below that you can ignore it. That is as per the contract. Acha, so this is something, a level given as per contract. So sir, we need to determine the materiality level, performance materiality level, SA 320. Okay, so you can consider things given in contract, but the thing is, that is just for a reference. As such, you cannot ignore the things given under SA 320. Fine. The audit team has determined the performance materiality at 10,000 and overall materiality at rupees 2 lakh. Okay. The general purpose financial statement extract is given to us. Okay, general purpose financial statement, the extract is given to us. What they have given? Okay, turnover. This is the current year, this is last year. Last year it was 250, this year it's 300. Okay, then borrowings from bank. Last year 75, this year it's 100. Paid up capital, last year 25, this year also 25. Okay. Okay, borrowing is nothing but your working capital facilities only. Borrowing was 75 crore last year, it was enhanced to 100 crore this year. Achha, so last year it was 75, this year it's enhanced to 100 crore. Outstanding amount has never exceeded the sanctioned amount. Fine. Now, Shubham, the partner at BB and Associate. Now, sir, we had earlier someone. If I just go back, this was Ayush, proprietor at BCD and Company. Okay, so there are two chartered accountants. One is Ayush, proprietor of BCD and Company. He is appointed as auditor. And now they are telling Shubham, partner of BB and Associate, he is appointed as an engagement partner for audit of general purpose financial statement. Achha. So that was financial statement prepared as per Dutch GAAP. So can I say that is nothing but a special purpose financial statement? Okay, for special purpose financial statement, that was as per Dutch GAAP. Yeah. So for special purpose financial statement, the auditor is nothing but Mr. Ayush, proprietor of BCD and Company. And for general purpose financial statement, auditor is basically your BB and Associates, and the partner, Mr. Shubham, is engagement partner. Acha. Now, whenever they were appointed as auditor for general purpose financial statement, before finalizing, they asked for internal auditor's report and they told there's no internal audit done. Okay, now let's check the details, whether internal audit required or not. The section 138. Yeah, section 138 of Companies Act is on internal audit, and we have to see the limits of last year. Don't see limit of current year nahi dekhna hai. See the limits of last year. It's a private limited company, Amrita Private Limited. Okay, so for them, the limit of turnover and borrowing, two things. For turnover, it is 200 crores or more. For borrowing, it's 100 crores or more. Okay, so for turnover, it's 200 crores or more. Last year, you check. Turnover, yes, exceeds. Borrowing, no, doesn't exceed. But turnover exceeded. As the turnover exceeded, internal audit is mandatory as per section 138. Fine. Okay. Now, during the audit of general purpose financial statement, the executive, they performed some risk assessment procedures, they did some test of controls and substantive procedure. First comes risk assessment procedure, then test of controls, and then substantive procedure. Fine. They did some trend analysis of raw material, purchase, production, sale cycle. They went through the internal control manuals, visited company's plant, did inquiries with company's personnel. Okay, we did inquiries with company's personnel. We did inquiries with marketing personnel to understand the contractual arrangement for customers. We did inquiries with in-house legal department as well as the external legal counsel. With all that, we did inquiries. Fine. While issuing a report, BCD and Company, proprietor, special purpose financial statement. Yaad hai? BCD and Company, they were auditor of special purpose financial statement. Now, they inserted an other matter paragraph. Okay, telling it's a special purpose financial reporting. On the other hand, okay, so BCD and Company, they were appointed as auditor for a special purpose financial statement. So they put a other matter para, drawing, basically telling it's a special purpose financial statement. Now, actually, you don't need other matter para, but you need emphasis of matter. So in your financial statement, notes to accounts, it will be already written. In your financial statement, notes to account, it will be already written that this financial statements are prepared for a special purpose. So we have to draw attention. It should be emphasis of matter para. Okay. Now, other hand, BB and Associate, general purpose financial statement. They were auditor of general purpose financial statement. They decided to issue adverse opinion on all financial statement except for cash flow. Acha, so for balance sheet P&L, I want to give adverse. But for cash flow, I want to give clean report. Okay, if at all, say you are auditor of general purpose financial statement. Okay, if at all you are giving a adverse or a disclaimer of opinion on thing, then other, you cannot have one single financial statement clean. It's not allowed. Yeah, that is not allowed. So, sir, we are giving clean on cash flow. For others, it's adverse report. No, not allowed. Okay, moving ahead. Now, we are required to answer the MCQs. So, this was basically the case scenario given. Let's go to the MCQs. The audit team of BCD and Company were not sure which materiality level to choose to evaluate the effect of identified misstatement. Now, I told you the level given in contract, you consider whether to be corrected or not corrected, you consider that. But you need to consider the requirement of SA 320 as well. So, see the options. In case of a special purpose financial statement, I'm checking A point. In case of a special purpose financial statement, management may agree with the users on a threshold below which misstatements will not be corrected or otherwise adjusted. But the existence of threshold does not relieve the auditor from the requirement to determine materiality in accordance with SA 320. This looks fine. Okay, so they are telling that management may agree with intended user regarding a threshold below which corrections will not be made, but this does not relieve auditor from the requirement of SA 320. This looks fine. Let's see other option. In case of special purpose financial statement, management may agree with intended user over the threshold. An existence of such a threshold is sufficient compliance of 320. No. So whatever threshold given in contract, that is what you follow. Leave 320. No, that's wrong. Achha, in case of special purpose financial statement, misstatement based on consideration of financial information needs of intended users are considered material and pervasive. However, auditor need to follow the threshold limit provided in contract, and such threshold should be considered as performance materiality. Answer is no. Okay, threshold what they have given, that's okay, but I need to consider requirement of SA 320. This essay is required to comply with each essay unless the essay is not relevant, or if the requirement is not relevant, conditional. In case of a special purpose financial statement, essay 320 is not applicable. No. In case of they are telling special purpose essay 320 not applicable, no. Answer is A for Ahmedabad. Okay, next one, question number 2. Manish, the audit manager of BCD and Company. BCD and Company basically was that special purpose wale auditor. The special purpose financial statement auditor, he is objecting for other matter. I told you other matter will not come. If it's a special purpose financial statement, you want to draw attention, emphasis of matter will come. Other matter will not come. Okay, so let's see the option. The auditor's report on special purpose financial statement shall include other matter paragraph alerting user. No. To avoid misunderstanding, the auditor shall mention that financial statements are prepared as per the special purpose framework and may not be suitable for other purpose in management responsibility section. No. And you add other matter paragraph will be duplication. No. The auditor may consider it appropriate to indicate that the audit report is intended only for the specific users and it will not be suitable for other purpose by adding a key audit matter. No. It should come under emphasis of matter. This is correct. It should come under emphasis of matter. This is correct. Stop me whenever you have a doubt. I'm telling you, if you have a doubt, please keep on replying and write your doubt without any hesitations. Coming to third one. Mr. Chitrang, the audit manager at BB and Associate. BB and Associate is general purpose. General purpose wale. They are taking your guidance for separate opinion on cash flow and other financials. I told you, if other financials are adverse, cash flow cannot be clean. Other was modified. If other was qualified hota, not adverse. If balance sheet P&L may have some qualification, cash flow can be clean. But here, if they are adverse or disclaimer, cash flow cannot be clean. Okay, let's see. Where the auditor consider it necessary to express an adverse opinion or a disclaimer of opinion on a financial statement as a whole, the audit report shall not include an unmodified opinion with respect to the same financial reporting framework on a single financial statement or one or more specific item. This looks correct. This looks correct. Let's see the other option. The expression of disclaimer of opinion regarding the result of operation and cash flow where relevant, an unmodified opinion regarding financial position is allowed. In this case, he has expressed a disclaimer. Nahi, question में clearly given, he has given adverse opinion. तो ये तो कुछ काम का ही नहीं है. Okay, the expression of unmodified opinion on financial statement prepared under a given financial reporting framework and within the same report. Expression of adverse opinion is permissible. No. So within same report, expression of basically adverse opinion on one thing and clean on other thing is not allowed. Okay, next. An adverse or a disclaimer of opinion. An adverse or a disclaimer of opinion related to specific matter described within the basis for opinion section does not limit auditor's responsibility to issue an unmodified opinion. Acha, they are telling that you have already written on basis for opinion for the why adverse or why disclaimer. So for other thing you can give unmodified. Answer is no. For other thing I can give unmodified. Answer is no. So whenever overall financial statement is adverse or disclaimer, single financial statement cannot be unmodified. But when overall is qualified, single financial statement can be clean. Okay. Next, going to the fourth one. Okay, now this is a bit tricky. Fourth one is a bit tricky. Pay attention properly. Okay, company has violated provision of Companies Act by not appointing an internal auditor. Section 138 is applicable. Turnover exceeded 200 crores. Yes, internal audit is there. Which of the following statement is likely to be the correct reason? See, borrowing was not exceeding limit. I had to see last year. Only turnover. Turnover is exceeding 200 crore. So see the option. The company was required to appoint internal auditor during the financial year 22-23 as it fulfills the necessary condition relating to turnover in 21-22. Last year ka turnover exceeds, that's why internal audit required. Understandable. Such an internal auditor can be either an individual or a partnership firm only. Achha, so they have to appoint internal auditor and they have written such an internal auditor can be individual or a partnership firm only. ठीक है. Next. यहाँ पे लिखा है it fulfills all condition relating to turnover, borrowing, paid up capital. No. Borrowing was not satisfied. Paid up capital limit not there only for private company. ठीक है. Third. It fulfills condition relating to turnover. It fulfills condition relating to turnover, ठीक है. And such internal auditor may be either a individual, partnership firm or a body corporate. अच्छा, तो what is the difference between A and C? A point says such internal auditor can be individual or a partnership firm. C point says such internal auditor can be individual, partnership firm or body corporate. Okay, tell me, between A and C, which one you feel is more correct? Turnover wala condition is fulfilled, internal audit applicable, internal auditor can be individual or a partnership firm only, or an individual, partnership firm or a body corporate. A or C, which one you feel is right? Okay, let me go to D. It fulfills condition relating to turnover as well as borrowing. Answer is no. It fulfills condition relating to turnover as well as borrowing. Answer is no. Okay, the answer is between A and C. Majority of you might be feeling it's A. You might feel internal auditor has to be either an individual or a firm. But I tell you, answer over here is C. The internal auditor can also be a body corporate as well. Internal auditor, nahi statutory nahi. Not the statutory auditor. Internal auditor. So internal auditor, wo the employee is also allowed. So we may hire a company for doing an internal audit. That's possible. So over here, answer is not A. Answer is C. Answer is not A, answer is C. Now, many people, they say, sir, if you read section 138 and uske saath rule 13 is there. If you read section 138 with rule 13, they've written you should appoint internal auditor or a firm of internal auditor. They've written internal auditor or a firm of internal auditor, but I tell you, if you open up ICI ka material, if you open up ICI material, you'll find out they've clearly written who can be an individual or a firm or a body corporate. Let me just open it for you. Let me just open it for you. 1 minute. ICAI material, CA final, latest edition. I open up the chapter. Okay, this is the chapter number 16, internal audit, ICAI material. On that page number 4 I am. Check out. As per section 138 with the rule 13, the following class of company shall be required to appoint an internal auditor, which may be either an individual or a partnership firm or a body corporate. I hope you're clear. The internal auditor can be a body corporate. But I tell you, this was dicey. If I open up the previous materials, if I open up, say for example, the previous material, November 21 edition, in that, let me go to company audit chapter, company audit. Usme I go to section 138. Any? Okay. See, here also in your previous material clearly given section 138 rule 13, following class of company are required to appoint internal auditor, which may be individual, partnership firm or a body corporate. The point is internal auditor can be body corporate. Clear? Let's move ahead. Now, question number 5. Which of the following is not likely, not likha hai, to be considered as a risk assessment procedure? Under risk assessment procedure, we try to identify risky areas. So which is not a risk assessment procedure? Doing some trend analysis, going through control manuals. So this is trying to identify weak area. There's a risk assessment procedure. ठीक है. Next, inquiry from company's marketing personnel, in-house legal department to understand how are the contract with customer, how is the sales happening, when do we record revenue. So this is fine. This is still a risk assessment procedure. Inquiry from external legal counsel by sending a letter of inquiry. This will be for the litigations going on. This is not to identify risky areas. This is basically understanding completeness of the litigation, etc. Inquiry made from company's information system, IT personnel, to understand control failures. So this is again risk assessment. So out of all 4, which is not a risk assessment, better answer is C. Out of all 4, which is not a risk assessment, better answer is C. Clear? Okay, going to the next, independent MCQ. This was a case based. We had a special purpose financial statement as well as general purpose financial statement. Now the independent MCQ. Thank you, Ajay. Ajay is telling, sir, because of you, I'm able to understand each word and appreciate the audit text. Auditing at final level you teach is just exceptional. Thank you so much. My always effort is to make you an in-depth study. It's not just a superficial thing or just basically you write a general answers. You're not going to get marks. In your CA final, the question they are asking and the level of depthness what they're asking, you need a precise knowledge and you need to understand the importance of each and every word which is written. Keywords, key lines has to be there in your answers, otherwise marks will not be there. Chalo, now going to independent MCQ. Safe Health Insurance Limited, it is now using a claim management system. It's an insurance company. They use some claim management system. Incoming claims are immediately identified on website. Customer will fill a form. The details are verified by the system only. System will verify the data of customer, etc. against the data presented in it. Such system allows faster processing of claim, error-free data validation, increase customer satisfaction. The customer has to fill some form. Automatically the website mein hi, the system will correlate all the data, etc. Name, PAN number, age, address, whatever is written. Wo car number, that all will be verified by system. So guys, it's kind of you've done some automation, some processes you automated. Which of the technology is used? Internet of Things? No. Internet of Things is you have a car running through, basically you start a car with basically a mobile, or you start a AC with mobile. That's Internet of Things. Data analytics? No, it's not a data analytics. Here some process is automated. So robotic process automation, this is more correct. Power BI is again for data analytics presentation purpose, Power BI. So answer is C, Chennai. Dhoni, Chennai Super Kings. Chalo. While conducting audit, the engagement team encounters a complex issue pertaining to valuation of inventory. Okay. The engagement team mein there are some issues regarding valuation of inventory. Now see, whenever engagement team mein there are issues you're not able to resolve, within the team you're not able to resolve, take consultation. You need to take consultation within the firm or outside the firm. Okay? So how to address the situation? You should adhere firm's policy for addressing and resolving difference. This was when there was a difference with engagement quality control reviewer. If you had a dispute between engagement quality control reviewer, then in that case you take help of firm's policy. Acha, yahan pe dekho. That is not applicable. Now, Bhavesh should secure a management representation considering a valuation. No, problem hai, take a management representation, completely wrong. Bhavesh should ensure that appropriate consultation. Acha. the team is not able to resolve, you take a consultation within the engagement team, if necessary with individuals at appropriate level within or outside the firm. This is correct. And last one, they're telling you communicate to client and tell management for resolution. No, answer is C. Okay, next one, question number 8. Next one, question number 8. Keep on replying. A small tip to keep yourself fresh till your exams are over. Water, lots of water is very good for your health. Every 15-20 minutes, one sip of water. You will not feel sleepy. Okay, Alexa Private Limited has operations in India. There are 3 group companies, 1 subsidiary in India, other 2 are in Singapore and Germany. Okay, 3 subsidiaries. So when we are consolidating, can I say how to consolidate all of them? Okay, what they've given. March 31st, 23, the audited financial of all components are available except Germany. So we have data available of all except Germany because the audit has been delayed over there. Their figures will not be available. Achha, if their figures will not be available, I can consolidate the last year wale old figures, but the gap should not be more than 3 months. Yeah, gap should not be more than 3 months. Yahan pe the gap will be more. So that will not be allowed. So now if I don't combine the figures of Germany, imagine Germany ke figures are not included, so all figures will be wrong. So sales, purchase, everything will be wrong. The auditor should give an adverse opinion. Let's see. Okay, since the audit of Germany company is in progress, a financial statement subject to audit can be considered. No. If financial statement uske subject to audit are considered, we don't have sufficient appropriate audit evidence about Germany's figure. So all figures pe we don't have sufficient appropriate audit evidence. Again, we have to give disclaimer of opinion. If you do not receive audited financial statement of German company, you should modify the report. This looks better. Okay, management should provide management account to the auditor of CFS. An auditor can mention this in other matter paragraph. No, unke figures unaudited, but I tell you, if at all they are material. Okay, their figures are unaudited, but if they are material, then I don't have a sufficient appropriate audit evidence. So I have to give a modified report. They should exclude the financial statement of Germany from CFS. No, that is also wrong. The answer is if you are not receiving the audited financial, give a modified audit report. Fine. Going to descriptive question. Okay, so we did case-based MCQs as well as your individual MCQs. Now the descriptive questions. Things were very simple, nothing difficult basically in this paper. Let's see. General auditing principles and reporting, we have a question. You identified significant payment made by the company for legal and retainer fees related to litigation. Okay, huge payments are done for professional fees related to litigation. It is related to what? Tirunelli manufacturing plant, situated in a forest land which was for an elephant corridor. Oh, we have a plant which is in forest area. That's the trouble. We have received a notice for decommissioning. We have challenged it in High Court, but matter is still pending. Okay, the forest area mein we have constructed a plant. We have received a notice for decommissioning. We have gone to High Court. Fine. And they have not disclosed any information in financial statement relating to it. Now, this is a problem. I understand you have some litigations going on. And the thing is, if there's a litigation going on, it's a big thing. Like Tirunelli plant accounts for 75% of your revenue. If that plant is shut down, 75% revenue goes away, your company might shut down only. Yeah, the company might shut down only. So can I say it's a very big thing? Okay, I understand the matter is pending, you're not lost the case. Okay, you're not lost the case, but can I say still, it's a material uncertainty related to going concern. If this is a material uncertainty related to going concern, it has to be disclosed in your notes to accounts. They've written there is nothing disclosed. Okay, if it is not disclosed, the auditor is required to modify the report. If it is material and pervasive, we'll giving you adverse report. If it's material but not pervasive, you're required to give a qualified report. Fine. Achha, now Amog has a question that, sir, last May, German companies' financials were not received. What if their figures were immaterial? Acha, if their figures are immaterial, you may still give a clean report. Then you can write about it in your basically audit report separately without modifying it. But Amog, I tell you, if it's a subsidiary, it cannot be like all figures of subsidiary are kind of irrelevant. ठीक है, if it's a very, very small subsidiary, it may happen. Otherwise, this will not happen. Now, so 75% of production comes from that plant. Decommissioning could lead to a bankruptcy. You asked your partner. You asked the audit firm ka partner. He suggested no immediate action required because the matter is still pending. Dear, matter is still pending, understandable, but there's a material uncertainty related to going concern which needs to be disclosed, which they have not disclosed. Okay, so let's go to the solution. Okay, one they've written about. See, try to understand how they write the answer. I'm telling you, conclusion doesn't carry marks. The explanation, what you write, that carries marks. And I don't say everything should come. Like what I've highlighted, that many lines if you're writing, other things you write in your own way, chalega. So first, as per SA 250, if auditor concludes that non-compliance is a material effect on financial statement and it is not reflected properly in financial statement, you should modify in accordance with SA 705. ठीक है? So over here, partner is telling nothing to be done as it's pending in High Court. The requirement of SA 250 and 705 necessitates a different approach. Okay? The auditor should express a qualified or adverse opinion because the disclosure is not done. Based on the level of impact of non-disclosure, give a modified report. Also, SA 570, someone said, sir, material uncertainty related to going concern. You're not writing 570. As per SA 570 also, you're required to express a qualified or adverse opinion because adequate disclosure is not made about the material uncertainty related to going concern in the financial statements. Clear? Okay, moving ahead, question number 10. Okay, question number 10. Recording of purchase amounting to 1.5 crore. There's a purchase which we have recorded from a company incorporated on 18th March, or there's a new company incorporated on 18th March from whom we have purchased 1.5 crore. And upon inquiry, you found out that the expense was booked because one of the director told, and despite entries there's no payment made, lack of documentary evidence. Wait. The new company was formed 18th March. We have made a purchase 1.5 crore. Entry कहाँ से है? Director told. Director ने बोला entry कर दी. Now the thing is, payment is not done. No documentary evidence are available. So can I say it might be a fictitious entry? And if you recall, fraud can be committed by doing a fictitious entries, particularly at year end, to boost the profit or reduce the profit उसके related. I can understand यहाँ पे it may be a fraudulent journal entry. It may be a fraudulent journal entry. Auditor has to basically check it. If you are not able to find it, you are required to give a modified report. Plus fraud है more than 1 crore. Fraud है more than 1 crore. So section 143.12 plus caro clause number 11 is also on fraud. Okay, let's see solution to SA 240, section 143.12, caro clause number 11. Three things. So check section SA 240. Emphasizes that fraud can be penetrated by management overriding the control, such as creation of fictitious journal entry, particularly towards the end of accounting period. Fine. In the given situation, the auditor should align his approach based on the impact from such fictitious journal entry. If due to this, auditor encounters exceptional circumstances that cast a doubt on ability to continue. If you find out fraud and you feel you might not be able to continue, you need to consider the professional and legal responsibilities applicable over there. About withdrawal, professional and legal responsibilities applicable. Furthermore, section 143.12, fraud more than 1 crore, duty to report fraud to CG, and you also have a reporting to be done under caro. Is it clear? Question number 10. Is it clear? Question number 10. Okay, come to 11th. Going to question number 11. Okay, there is a significant issue related to calculation of materiality. SA 320. Significant issue related to calculation of materiality on sale. Initial materiality calculation was based on estimated figure provided by the management, and this was extrapolated from actual amount of 11 months to derive the 12-month sale. So initially we had a materiality level based on estimated turnover given by management, and how that estimate was there. First 11 month was actual, based on that we estimated the 12th month and annual हो गया. ठीक है. The actual sales for the last month differed significantly. So we determined materiality level based on estimated sales. Now actual sales of last month has changed a lot. Why? Due to unforeseen increase in stamp duty. There's an unforeseen increase in stamp duty. The housing sales reduced, and actual sales are only 25% of estimated sale. So we estimated more sale, actual is less. Okay, so can I say we had determined materiality level based on higher sales, but now sales is only gone down. Imagine your materiality level was 1% of turnover. If materiality level was 1% of turnover, turnover earlier estimated was high, so materiality level came high, but now actual sales is now reduced only. Actual is not that. So can I say materiality level needs a reduction? So पहले whatever materiality level you had decided, if the things are changing, can I change the materiality level? Answer is yes. So can I change? Yes. So we have to reevaluate the materiality level. Fine, वो understandable. Materiality level needs to be reevaluated. It will go down. But just one thing, whenever you are reducing the materiality level, so what will happen is, if your materiality level is reduced, you're going to check less. So earlier it was 1 lakh, I was focusing on all transaction above 1 lakh. Now it became 80,000. Now I'm focusing on all transaction above 80. So 80 to 1 lakh, I'm not focusing. So in that case, you need to evaluate the performance materiality level. So should I basically ensure that performance materiality level to increase the performance, I determine another level? Well, I'm trying to basically see that things are fine. Okay, so over here, let me just check the answer. SA 450 and SA 320, two things will be there. First, SA 420, you need to reassess the materiality before evaluating the impact of uncorrected misstatement. SA 450 is on evaluation of uncorrected misstatements. Before evaluating that uncorrected misstatement, you reevaluate the materiality level. Now, SA 320 says what? The materiality may be revised for the financial statement as a whole or for a specific class of transaction account balance. Why? Because you get aware about some new information coming. Initially, it was some different information. Reassessment of materiality level if it results in a lower amount. Imagine turnover 100, uska 1%. Materiality level was 1 rupee. Now turnover became 80. 80 ka 1%, it becomes 0.8. So if materiality level is reducing, you must consider the performance materiality and the appropriateness of audit procedure, nature, timing and extent. तो अगर आपका level reduce हो रहा है, now in that case, you will be checking a lesser items. Okay, if you are going to check a lesser items, then in that case, you check the performance materiality level also, whether you need to change that as well or not. So this is just one extra line you need to remember. So make sure the answer considers this line. If reassessment of materiality under SA 320 results in a lower amount, okay, you must reconsider. So earlier you had materiality level 1 rupee, आपका performance materiality was 0.9. Now materiality level itself became 0.8. So now performance materiality from 0.9 you might be reducing to 0.75. So you need to reconsider the performance materiality and the appropriateness of audit procedures, nature, timing and extent. So whenever materiality level is changed, materiality level is reducing, the performance materiality level also you need to check it out. I repeat again, earlier your materiality level was 1, performance materiality was 0.9. But now materiality itself became 0.8, so performance materiality cannot be 0.9. You have to make it below 0.8. So either you keep it 0.8 or you make it 0.75 or 0.7, that way. I hope this is clear. So whenever materiality level reduces, you need to ensure वो performance materiality में कोई change required or not. If materiality level is increasing, then you may not change the performance materiality level. That will be fine. So this line was most important over here. If answer means this line is not there, marks will be deducted. Everybody will be writing you should change the materiality level, but उसके साथ साथ you need to see the impact what you will be having on your performance materiality level as well. Fine. In the present case, auditor must review, reassess in materiality level initially determined. If the reassessed amount is lower than the previously calculated, you must reconsider the performance materiality and the appropriateness of nature, timing, extent of further audit procedure. Then this was your question number 11. Going to 12th one. Going to question number 12. Okay, Brown Enterprise Limited has huge fund locked up in trade receivable. There's a huge fund which are locked up in your debtors, which are 100 crore rupees. Management wants to evaluate the validity. You want to understand whether the trade receivables are fine or not. And accounts department has given a list containing 1000 names, balances, address ka detail, all that. The company's management requested CA Karuna to take up the assignment. Okay, so management wants to have a validity of accounts receivable. Debtors ka validity they want to test, and they are appointing you. You are not the statutory auditor, but they are appointing you. So you are not a statutory auditor, but you are required to examine the validity of account receivable. You will be doing the things what management says. If they say send a letter, take a basically confirmation. If confirmation doesn't come up, you give a list of those. If confirmation comes but amount is not matching, try to reconcile. If reconciliation doesn't happen, tell it to us. I'll be doing procedure which are agreed upon with the management. Okay, question. Agreed upon procedure engagement to do agreed upon procedure, can it be undertaken by a chartered accountant who is not the CA of the company, who is not the auditor of the company? Engagement to perform agreed upon procedure, can it be taken by a chartered accountant who is not the auditor of the company? Answer is yes. But engagement to prepare a summary financial information, engagement to basically report on summary financial information, usme you should be the main auditor, then only you take it. But yahan pe this is allowed. Even though you're not the auditor, can you take up the agreed upon procedure? Answer is yes. Okay, the first question, whether it is proper for her to accept such an engagement? Answer is yes. And while reporting, what precautions should be taken? Now, whenever you're reporting on agreed upon procedure, what precaution you need to take? You need to write clearly it was not an audit, not a review. So we are not giving any kind of assurance. Number 2, you write this report is restricted only for the parties who agreed upon. Third, you can write down that here the procedures done are those which are agreed upon. If we had done auditing procedures or something else, we might have got something extra. So these are the things you need to write down in your report. Let's see the solution given. The above situation involves engagement to perform agreed upon procedure. Okay, this will be as per SRS 4400, and as per SRS 4400, agreed upon procedure can be undertaken by a chartered accountant who is not the auditor of the company. So whether CA Karuna is proper in accepting the engagement? Answer is yes. It was proper for Karuna to accept the engagement. Next, what care to be taken while reporting? So while reporting, when you write down there's no audit, no review done, so no assurance given. Second, the report is only restricted for those parties, and report relates only to a single account balance or item. It does not relate to financial statement as a whole. And had the auditor performed some extra procedures, audit or a review, you might have got some other information, but this is just a agreed upon procedure. Okay, next question 13. Next is question number 1313. Okay, Star Limited has outsourced the payroll processing function to Little Solutions Private Limited. So Star is a user entity and they've outsourced the payroll related work to Little Solution, they become a service organization. Okay, Little Solution Private Limited's control. अच्छा, तो service organization के control related to timely remittance of payroll deduction to government authority are relevant to the company. So I need to ensure that the service organization has proper internal control, because if they don't do payroll calculations properly, or they don't basically make payment of that deduction, statutory deduction to government properly, the late fine, interest, penalty will be on Star Limited. Fine. The auditor of Star Limited wants to be sure about description, design, operating effectiveness of control at service organization. Okay, the auditor of user entity want to be sure about description, design, operating effectiveness of control at the service organization, and they require an assurance report from auditor of service organization. Now tell me, if I want to have a report about description, design, operating effectiveness of controls at service organization, I should take which type of report from their auditor? The service organization's auditor should give me which type of report, type 1 or type 2? I want description, design and operating effectiveness, type 2 report should be taken. Okay, check question. So why auditor of Star Limited, why the auditor of user entity require a report from the auditor of service organization? Why do I need it? See, I want to understand the working done by the service organization. I want to understand the controls at service organization. I want to understand the risk related to their work and their impact on it. And based on that, I can design my procedures. So check out. When a user entity uses service organization, the auditor of user entity, what are the objectives of the auditor of user entity? SA 402 के objective. You have to understand the nature and significance of the services provided by service organization and their effect on the user entity's internal control and the risk. And based on that, I'll design my procedure responsive to it. The SA 402, objective of user entity's auditor, that you are writing. This is the reason why I need an assurance report from their auditor. ठीक है. Now, which engagement standard casts such a kind of responsibility? Which standard? SA 402. So look over here. SA 402 casts such a responsibility. SA 402 is casting such a responsibility. Which type of report should be provided by the auditor of service organization? Type 2. So the auditor of Little Solutions Private Limited should provide a type 2 report, as the auditor of Star Limited wants to be sure about description, design and operating effectiveness. And state the matters on which opinion will be provided by the auditor of service organization. The service organization's auditor will write what? The above description is accurate. The system controls are in place. And they will also write that the control designed to achieve the control objective are suitably designed, and based on test of control, the controls are operating effectively throughout the period. Okay, so the description, the control objectives are suitably designed and control tested, they are operating effectively throughout the period. I hope this is clear. Question number 13. Let's go to question number 14. Digital auditing and assurance, a new chapter. Yeah, digital auditing and assurance, new chapter which was added. A question from that. Okay, certain studies have suggested that increase in cyber attack and rise in global payment processing cost have hit global banking and financial industry enormously. Okay, increase in cyber attack has hit the global banking and financial industries enormously, and they are going to place reliance on new technology named as blockchain. You know, blockchain is decentralized distributed ledger. block is created after every transaction, and that block will contain detail about all previous transaction also. It's a distributed ledger. The participants will approve it. ठीक है. Each transaction is validated by blockchain participant, creating a block of information that is replicated, distributed to all participants. However, such technology comes with a weakness and associated risk. Okay, you go to a blockchain, but usme bhi there are some weaknesses and risk. What are the common risks for blockchain technology? And discuss audit implication. What are the risks in blockchain technology? Direct question. ठीक है. Blockchain के अंदर once a block is created ना, you can't basically reverse the transaction or you can't edit it because again it will go back to all. वो edit या going back वाला feature is not there. So you need to ensure your staff is very well trained, because once a block is created वो edit करना difficult होगा. You cannot basically do that, or replace करना, delete करना will be difficult. So you need to have a proper people doing this. The inability to reverse transaction and to access data without the required key makes the system secure. But also it means that organization needs specific protocol, management process to ensure they are not locked up, and they have a contingency plan. तो कुछ गलत हो गया, how to solve it? You should have a contingency plan. Secondly, you're operating through network nodes. All participants will be joining, वो approve करेंगे, तो that network node से you're operating always. It exposes organization to cyber attacks and data hack. ठीक है. तो auditor should consider the appropriate governance and security around the transaction. Blockchain interacts with the legacy system, the normal system of yours. And you need to check out the API. If there's an insecure API, application programming interface, how you're connecting with that software. So insecure API is there, or data confidentiality or privacy cannot be ignored. ठीक है. Weak blockchain application development protocol. If that blockchain application development is not done properly, then there might be some issue. Plus, now it's a decentralized ledger. As it's a decentralized ledger, the approval comes from all participants. Some participants are cross-border also. So data privacy laws and regulation, they are there. Auditor must be able to determine whether the data put on blockchain will expose the enterprise for non-compliance with laws and regulation, because the data is going across geographical boundaries. That's why. Okay, so this is basically what auditors should consider, and this was basically the weakness in blockchain technology. A direct question. 15th. Question number 14 is over. Going to question number 15. Okay. It's audit of bank. Okay. Now, while evaluating internal control, whenever you are evaluating internal control, it came to your notice that control over advances, the classification of term loan borrower account into SMA as well as NPA. SMA as well as NPA is done in the system on following line. Now, you know SMA 1, SMA 2, and then it becomes NPA. Okay, the first, due date payment not received, it becomes overdue. Due date payment not received, it's overdue. Overdue for more than 30 days, SMA 1. Overdue for more than 60 days, SMA 2. Overdue for more than 30 days, SMA 1. Overdue for more than 60 days, SMA 2. And overdue for more than 90 days, it becomes NPA. ठीक है. So if the full amount are not received on a particular due date, you consider it overdue from next day. अच्छा, due date को money not received, you consider it overdue from next day. Fine. Example, if due date is 31st March, money is not received, you consider it as overdue on 1st April. Actually, this is wrong. If money is not received 31st March, end of the day. 31st March, end of the day, it should be classified as overdue. You are classifying as overdue on 1st April, wrong. It should be classified as overdue on 31st EOD, end of day. Acha. If it remains overdue, it is tagged as NPA on 1st May. अच्छा, तो 1st April था, 30 days के बाद 1st May. अच्छा, if it was not taken 1st April, but if it was taken 31st March EOD, the 31st March EOD, then it will be SMA 1 also on 30th April EOD. Then if it remains further overdue, it is tagged as SMA 2 on 31st May. 1st May से 30 more days, 31st May. And then if it's remaining still overdue, it's classified as NPA on 30th of June. It's classified as NPA on 30th of June. This is what is given. Evaluate the above thing. Let's see the solution. Let's see the solution. This was a bit trickier one. 15th question is a bit trickier. So above control is not in line with regulatory guidelines, not in accordance with regulatory guidelines. It should be flagged as overdue at day end process only. 31st March day end only, it should be overdue. So suppose the due date is 31st March, amount not received, it should be, the date of overdue should be 31st March only, not 1st April. 31st March, acha. Then it will be SMA 1 by 30th April, 30 days. Then SMA 2, 30th April se 30 days, 30th May, and further 30 days. Now May has 31 days, so 29th June it will be NPA. I hope this is clear. The only thing is, don't classify as overdue on 1st April, classify it as overdue on 31st March EOD only. Where were we? Okay, question number 16. Okay, again a direct question, the same one is there in our material. Question number 16. Okay, C&AG has appointed Saha and Associate to conduct a performance audit. Okay, so this is some government organization, you are appointed to conduct performance audit. What did you do? Okay, performance audit, remember 3 E's, economy, efficiency, effectiveness. That is performance audit. Now what did the firm do? The firm conducted audit with a view to check that all expenses are in conformity with public interest and publicly accepted customs. All expenses are in conformity with public interest and publicly accepted customs. Okay, so now you check that all expenses are done as per the public interest, publicly accepted custom. This is a proprietary audit. Dear, you were called upon to do performance audit. You had to see economy, efficiency, effectiveness, the overall objective of basically the program or basically organization is achieved or not. And you were just checking expenses are as per the public interest or expenses are as per publicly accepted custom. This is proprietary audit. Okay, the report submitted by the firm was rejected by C&AG. Reject hi karega na, you did not do it properly. Okay, the check over here. Now they would have explained the performance audit. What is a performance audit? It's an independent assessment of the performance of government organization, program, activity or function. Okay. The performance audit are conducted by C&AG through various offices. IAA's department is basically there and they try to evaluate economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Okay, the objective of performance auditing promotes accountability by aiding government and oversight bodies in enhancing the performance, and they will try to provide insight into the management and overcome the diverse government activities. That's fine. Now over here you are asked to do performance audit. You did a kind of a proprietary audit. The rejection of audit report by C&AG is warranted. Warranted means it's correct. It's correct. This is because the audit conducted by firm primarily checking the expenses as per the public interest and custom does not align with the comprehensive nature of performance audit, and you did not evaluate economy, efficiency, effectiveness. Clear? This was question 16 going to 17. Okay, question number 17. CS Sanjana has recently joined as a chief internal auditor. Okay, you're joined as a chief internal auditor of a company. The subordinate staff brings to knowledge prior audit ke issues which are still open. Okay, you joined newly, chief internal auditor. Prior internal audit ke issues which are still open. Do you have a responsibility towards it? Okay, does she have any responsibility towards it? Answer is yes. Yeah, previous audit may whatever issues came up which are still open, you still need to monitor. You need to basically see whether management has taken actions or not. If they have taken actions, the actions taken by the management is appropriate or not. So under the word monitoring, they all come to check out the solution. Check out the solution. CA Sanjana is responsible for continuous monitoring of prior audit issues through timely implementation of action plan included in past audits. The responsibility to implement the action plan is on management, but you are required to see whether they are being implemented or not. उसको बोलते हैं action taken report, ATR of previous audit. The term monitoring and reporting refers to tracking of issues raised during the prior audit, evaluating the corrective actions taken by the management, and resort any open or pending matter are there, you bring it to the notice of TCWG. So CA Sanjana should review whether follow-up action is taken by the management or not. If no action is taken, draw the attention. If action is taken, see whether the actions are suitable or not. Achha, now this word, action taken report of previous audit, ATR. See, they've written in inverted comma. So try to make sure such words, such lines come in your answer. Okay, going to question number 18. Again a new chapter. That was your ESG, Environmental Social Governance, ESG. So SEBI has made Business Responsibility and Sustainability Report, BRS, Business Responsibility and Sustainability Reporting, mandatory for listed company. It is an evolutionary step in ESG reporting. Discuss the nature of ESG reporting. Question is this. Question is not about that business responsibility and sustainability report. Question is discuss the nature of ESG reporting. ESG reporting is reporting on 3 pillars. Which are 3 pillars? Environment, social and governance. You are reporting on 3 pillars: environment, social and governance. So write 2-3 lines about environment, write 2-3 lines about social, write 2-3 lines about governance. That way you write. And how can corporates contribute to? How can corporates contribute to sustainable development goal? With regards to that ESG reporting, United Nations के member states, with regards to ESG reporting, United Nations के member states, they have came out with sustainable development goal, SDGs. And how can a corporate contribute? The corporates are the one. They will be one, they can take a lead and they can help basically in that ESG reporting. They can basically take a lead and see whether that sustainability development goals are being achieved or not. So check solution. Okay, the ESG reporting is all about disclosure of information related to 3 areas: environment, social, governance. I told you write 3 lines about each. Okay, ESG reporting can be both qualitative as well as quantitative. Qualitative is related to company strategy policy. Quantitative mein they have some performance indicators which are linked to the areas. They measure it. ठीक है. United Nation member state, they've adopted sustainable development to provide a blueprint which mention the sustainable development goals. ठीक है, ending poverty, all that thing is there. Okay, corporates can contribute to SDG due to their capacity to provide the necessary solutions which are required for that sustainable development goal. They can lead in innovation and contribute to achievement of SDG. तो how can they contribute? इतना ही लिखा है बस. They can contribute due to their capacity to provide solution necessary for meeting the SDGs. They can lead in innovation, contribute to achievement of SDGs. Clear? This is question number 18, going to last, not last, second last, 19th one, and then the 20th is the last one. Okay, going to question number 19, we are required to answer as per Chartered Accountant Act, the Professional Ethics chapter. Okay, CA Pankaj accepted professional work for acting as a valuer under direct tax. Oh, valuer under direct tax. Can I charge fees on percentage basis? Yeah, exception mein tha. Actually, this is clause number 10, part 1, first schedule. This clause number 10, part 1, first schedule. If you take fees based on percentage of profit, you're guilty of professional misconduct. But this falls under exception. It's given to you. So can Pankaj accept? Answer is yes. Answer will be not guilty. Answer will be not guilty. Okay, CA Anita joined as an audit executive in a CA firm. Acha, so you joined a CA firm, employee. You joined a CA firm, so you are an employee. Despite receiving multiple reminders, you failed to respond. You got reminders from ICI, you failed to respond. Acha. Not providing the information asked by ICAI. This is actually clause number 2, part 3, first schedule. Acha, not providing information is here. Giving false information goes in second schedule. Giving false information goes in second schedule. This is not giving information. So clause 2, part 3, first schedule. So first one, Mr. Pankaj is not guilty, falls under exception, permitted by the council. Second one, second mein Anita will be guilty. The checkout solution. Here clause 10, part 1, first schedule. Pankaj shall not be deemed to be guilty. This is clause 2, part 3, first schedule. You fail to provide information. You are guilty. She is deemed to be guilty. She is deemed to be guilty. Okay, next one, B point. Next one, B point. You are a chartered accountant invited to a seminar. During presentation, you gave examples of your client experience, shared the information about your clients, and you wanted to help the people understand the topic. But in seminar, you cannot give information about your client. You cannot tell what your client is doing. This is not allowed. This is disclosure of confidential information. You will be guilty under clause 1, part 1, second schedule. You will be guilty under clause 1, part 1, second schedule. Unless you have permission of client or it was required by law or regulation, it's not allowed. So clause 1, part 1, second schedule, they are telling this action of Johnny constitutes professional misconduct. This action of Johnny constitutes professional misconduct. Please make sure, how do we write the answer? First, explain the entire clause. First, explain entire clause, then you correlate what happened in the current case. So first, explain the clause, then you write what happened in this case, and then come to conclusion. Again telling you, conclusion doesn't carry marks. The theory which you write about the clause, that carries marks. So here, this is 3 mark, this is 1 mark, this is 1 mark. If it is 5 marker, if it is 4 marker, if it is 4 marker, this is 2 mark, this is 1 mark, this is 1 mark. So make sure that this explanation about the clause which you're giving, that has to be proper. If this is not there, then the marks will not be there. Moving ahead, last question of this RTP, question number 20. हो गया, finished. Okay, CA Tanya, the auditor of KBC Private Limited, has delegated the following works. Okay, you delegated following work to your articles and staff. What? Issue of audit query. Okay, can I delegate the work to my article? Clause number 12. Yeah, clause number 12, part 1, first schedule. You can delegate few works. Okay, issuance of audit query allowed. Issuance of memorandum of cash verification allowed. Letter forwarding draft observation allowed. Letter acknowledging the records produced. Okay, you have produced this record, they are giving acknowledgement, that's allowed. Signing financials not allowed. Signing financials or even certificates, that is not allowed. That cannot be basically delegated to your articles or staff. So is he correct over here? First 4 is fine, 5th one is wrong. So I told you clause number 12, part 1, first schedule. Clause 12, part 1, first schedule. You are deemed to be guilty if you allow any person not being a member of institute or being a member, not being a member of institute in practice, or being a member in practice but not your partner, to sign on your behalf or on behalf of your firm any balance sheet, P&L accounts or reports. Reports will include certificates also. Okay. However, you can delegate following things. Your following things ka list is given. That's okay. Coming over here, the Tanya is correct in allowing first 4 tasks. For first 4 tasks, Tanya is correct. However, Tanya is wrong in delegating signing of financial statement to the staff. The signing is not allowed. Then this is your RTP CA final auditing May 24 exam, and it was kind of a simple, nothing much great or difficult over here. One thing was internal auditor can be a body corporate also. Remember one thing, internal auditor can be body corporate. Another thing which was good was 31st March is due date. If at all customer doesn't pay, 31st March EOD only it is turned overdue. 31st March EOD only it is turned overdue. So done for the day. And just one sentence for you. Just one sentence for you. Gone is gone, you cannot change it. Repeat, gone is gone, you cannot change it. Focus on the things in front of you. I understand whatever time you had till now, whether you've done well, whether you're not done well, that is gone. You can't change it. Sir, I could have done better. I understand you could have done better. It's okay. Now focus on the next 30 days which you're having. Just focus on that and try to make that 30 days the best one of yours. The gone is gone. You cannot change it. Focus on the road in front of you. Make that the best one, and rest assured the result will be in your favor. But if at all you keep on repenting about past, if you keep on repenting about past and you're not focusing now, and if you're not focusing properly for the next 30 days also, then in that case the result will not be coming in your favor. The only way to have a result in your favor is make sure next 30 days of yours are going the best one. You are happy with your preparation in this 30 days. I'm not telling what happened in past, leave it. Constantly looking in a rear view mirror is going to make you crash. So don't look at what happened in past. Focus on the road in front of you. Chalo, see you all afterwards, and all the best for your examination. Any doubts, anytime you are having, you can ping me on our Telegram discussion group. I'll always be available over there. By chance my reply doesn't come within some particular time in a day, then you can do one thing, you can directly DM it to me. So I'll be always happy to help you out. All the best for your examinations. Any doubts anybody's having, please tell, or else we put an end to this session. Bye-bye Ajay, bye Amog, bye-bye everyone. Any doubts, anybody with this RTP or any other doubts which you are having? Okay, I feel there aren't any doubts from your side, so I take a leave. See you all later. Bye bye.